All right, welcome back to The Hill. Now to the lasting impact of George Floyd's life. He, of course, was killed in Minneapolis 3 years ago today. And that graphic video that was filmed, which so many people saw, sparked protests and calls for reform. But those protests resulted in a national debate as well over policing. The Reverend Ralph Godbee is also the former police chief in the city of Detroit, and he joins us now. Sir, thanks for joining us here on The Hill. 3 years since the murder of George Floyd. Here in Washington after that, there were a lot of debate, and really around the country, as to sort of what action should be taken. I'm not going to go through all the bullet points. If we can put them on the screen instead. There was a bill that was supported by Democrats in George Floyd's name. There's the Tim Scott bill, the Senate Republican, now presidential candidate, who had his ideas. I'm wondering, sir, as we show these on the screens, exactly what you think the right mix is going forward for policing in this country.
Well, first, I think if we get the politicians out of it, we stand a much better chance of solving the problem, or at least making significant progress. It has become so hyper-partisan in this environment that the extreme left and the extreme right have got us to a point to where they're not reasonable measures that we're not looking at. The no-knock warrant, for me, I think that one is one that just jumps off of the page. And when you look at the disproportionate number of African Americans and people of low means that are subjected to no-knock warrants. Also, we have to look at pretext stops and the disproportionate way it happens in Black and brown communities. I think objectively, if you look at the science, anyone that looks at it and they don't just jump to the conclusion that the officer is racist and make it everything about race and have more meaningful conversations, I think we can make some progress. But unfortunately, the hyper-partisan nature of our politics, I just want to allow a reasonable conversation.
Chief, this is Stephen Olikara. I think you're exactly right about the hyper-partisan nature of our politics, and we don't see opportunities to agree like we do have on banning chokeholds, for example. But
Absolutely.
Do you also see an opportunity on supporting and upgrading police training to help to train police officers in de-escalating violence? Is that another bipartisan opportunity that you see?
It really is, and I'm glad you brought that up, because we tend to put things as an either or when it's really a both and. And, you know, unfortunately, looking at the George Floyd incident, you can't train a depraved heart. And the officer, in the callous way that he handled George Floyd, that ultimately led to his death, I don't know if training would have addressed that. But for the officers that were observing, training and policy very well could have had them intervene. So you're absolutely right in bringing that up. And again, it's not an either or, but it is definitely a both and. We need training in implicit bias, so we understand our biases and we're less likely to enforce in a biased manner if we understand ourselves better.
You know, there were calls in the aftermath of George Floyd's death to defund the police. And here in Washington, even Democrats have sort of backed off that idea. Yeah. But do you think, looking back, that was the wrong response?
The phraseology was completely wrong. There were those at the extreme that literally meant defund the police and have no police, which is anarchy. But there were a great number of people that are much more moderate that could see the benefit in shifting funds to mental health helps, because we have so many police officers responding to mental health calls that are ill prepared to do so. And if the only tool you have in the toolbox is a hammer, every problem becomes a nail. And when you send police disproportionately to deal with social interactions that they're not trained for, and the only tool they have is a law enforcement tool, we're setting our officers up for horrible outcomes. And then the officer's life is just completely upended. The victim's life is completely upended. And then societally, the breach continues to grow. So we've got to take that pressure off of officers and really make mature, adult, nonpartisan decisions as to best practices.
Former police chief in the city of Detroit. Pretty big job there, sir. Reverend Ralph Godbee, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your insight and perspective. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.